My name's Diego. I've been trading for exactly 1 year now, and I wanted to come and make this video about how much money I've made, kind of my progress, how I got into trading, and stuff like that, because it's been a year exactly to this date. I remember tomorrow is the 4th of July when this video comes out, and the 4th of July is the first memory I have of watching the charts every day, getting on the charts, trying to study trading, and really making a decision to start pursuing to become a trader. So I don't know the exact start date. I know over a year ago in about January, I was looking at charts. My dad was trading at the time, and I was like, that's cool. I think trading is something I would want to do and get better at. So I saw trading then, but I didn't go after. I was still in school at the time, and I was still just in school, but I was like, trading's kind of cool. So I saw some videos, I was scrolling through TikTok and saw some people talk about trading. So I was kind of into it through January to May, but then I got out of school and I made the decision that I wasn't going back to school. And I started watching more trading. I started seeing my dad trade more, and I was more curious about it. And I know for a fact that middle of June, I started watching the charts every day and actively watching videos, trying to study and become a trader and learn how to properly trade. So I'm making this video now because July, I know 100% without a doubt, I was watching the charts every single day from market open, 9:30, to whenever I decided to get off for the day. So I know without a doubt that this is 1 full year of me trading, and this video obviously is going to be going over kind of what I've done and how much money I've made through trading. So to start out with the journey and how I got into trading, right, was just I saw my dad trading. He retired from work and had always liked trading, so he was trading futures whenever or the first thing I saw him doing was trading futures about a year ago, right after he retired, and he was just trading on a live account, just trading in QNES, placing trades. So that was the first experience I ever had with trading and what trading was, and seeing him make $1,000 in a trade, or whatever, just the money just moving. He wasn't profitable at the time, but even just seeing the money move, again, you learn a lot about habits, trading too big of size, funding yourself right away, stuff like that. But just seeing the potential hooked me. It's kind of like a gambling addiction, I would say. You kind of see the numbers and you never want to do anything else. I kind of say it's a trap. Day trading is almost like a trap for young traders, like not even young traders. Any trader, day trading honestly is a trap, because once you see the money, and then once you see that it's possible, it's a skill, not just blindly gambling, then you're never going to want to do anything else. So if you are just starting trading, honestly, I recommend you be careful, because this might be the only thing you ever want to do ever again. So be careful, because it can get you just really focused on it, because once you see the possibilities, there is no going back. I'm a year in. And anyways, so I saw my dad trading. That's kind of how I got into the idea of trading, because I don't know a single person in real life who trades stocks profitably. I didn't know a single person at all in real life that trades stocks profitably, professionally, whatever the case may be. I don't know anyone that trades, and odds are you guys don't know anyone that trades either, because trading is a very niche thing. Not many people trade. You'll see, if you go on social media and you day trade, you'll see a ton of content, but it's not the normal, right? Like, think about how many people you know from high school, college. How many people actually trade? How many adults do you know that trade full time? You probably don't know any. It would be my guess. Maybe you know one person, but it's so uncommon. It's way different than just anything else. So getting into it was never really something I thought I would do. I never thought I wouldn't, but I never thought about trading. But seeing my dad do it and seeing the possibility, like I said, it's like a trap. and I was like, I need to try and do this because this is great. And I really fell in love with the skill of trading the further along I got in the journey. But at first, it always starts with just how can I make money, quick money, which again, you've heard a million times if you're watching this video that it's not quick money. It isn't quick money. But anyway, so I got into trading in July. I started watching the charts every single day. I was just looking at the ES and the NQ because I kind of knew about futures early. A lot of people start with options. I never did options because that's just not what I was introduced to. I guess I got lucky because I really like futures now. But all of July, I was just watching videos, trying to figure something out because my dad's strategy was kind of complicated. He was using these different types of indicators, and I was just trying to trade with just the chart because I was seeing kids online. The first person I was watching that I saw was TJR, and I started watching him again over a year ago when he had less than 10,000 subscribers, it was probably like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I started watching TJR and I was seeing him trade, and it was like $1,000 winning trades, which was crazy at the time. Now, I mean, a few months later, he was doing like $30,000 trades, $100,000 trades, like crazy stuff. Like seeing his growth was really crazy, and seeing his growth on social media kind of has inspired me to do a YouTube channel as well with trading because it's what I'm doing all the time. I've always been curious about YouTube and the social media side of stuff. I used to run a TikTok. I used to run a TikTok. Why am I drawing blank? I used to run a TikTok fitness page when I was in high school, and it was doing all right. So I always liked doing it. I have another YouTube channel that I post on. It has around 500 subscribers, nothing crazy, but that was from my fitness days, like a personal account. But I always was interested in social media, and then that's why I started posting on trading stuff. But regardless, or back to the main topic, so the first person I started watching was TJR. And it was, again, when he was really small on YouTube and his trading sizes and stuff. But I would just see him post that video. If anyone remembers TJR from a long time ago, it was just, he'd whip out his phone. Yo guys, how's it going? Here's how I made 5K on, or here's how I made $3,000 trading gold. Or here's how I made $4,000 trading JPY. And I was like, bro, what? 4K? Like, I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm trying to figure that out, like, what's he doing? And then I started watching his videos because, again, I had no experience, right? When you start out, you have no idea. I think it's a lot easier now, even just a year later, because when I was starting, there was just so much BS. Like, honestly, TJR really did change the space. I'm not even like a TJR fanboy or anything. There is 3 people that I would credit most of my learning from, but I'm not like a massive TJR fan. Like I've never taken any of his mentorships, I've never joined his Discord, anything like that, but I stumbled across his stuff and it kind of just opened a light bulb in my head of like, wow, like this is possible. And seeing him make $3,000 from his whatever gold trade in the morning, walking around his whatever, and then posting that stuff, I was like, man. So I started watching his content. And then the first month, I'm just sitting there looking at the charts, not really knowing what I'm doing, just looking for liquidity sweeps because he was talking about liquidity sweeps and breaking structures and fair value gaps. So that's all I had was a liquidity sweep and a fair value gap in the other direction, kind of like a silver bullet, even though I don't trade silver bullet at all. But that's what I was looking for, and I would just look at my chart. I had a TradingView subscription. I had just my laptop. I didn't have an extra monitor, nothing like that. I just had one laptop, and I had the TradingView, and I was looking at just the ES. I didn't even look at the NQ at this time. I was just looking at just the ES. So I was looking at the S&P 500, and I would just look for a liquidity sweep and breaking structure, and I would just watch the chart. And I wasn't even paper trading. I wasn't even placing executions on TradingView. I was just filling in the bracket, like the stop loss and take profit thing, and I was just going from there. So I wasn't even paper trading. I was just filling in ideas. And I did that for the first month, just trying to learn price action. I don't know what I was doing at the time. I do that for a little bit. I was struggling to find trades. I could only find like 1 trade a week, sometimes only 2. And I wanted to find something where I could get at least one trade a day. Not all You don't always have to trade every day, but I was trying to find at least one trade a day because I knew people were finding trades every day. Like I would see DJR come on and say how he made money, and I didn't see anything. So I just didn't really know what was going on. But I just submitted to the process. A few months later, about 3 months later, I find Justin Werlin, Tactical Traders at the time is what it was called. I think he just goes by his name now, Justin Werlin. I saw his charting reviews, which is why I do my charting sessions or trade reviews every day. I kind of do them similar to how he would run in his Discord. But I saw his charting reviews, and he was posting his winners, or not winners. He was just going over the market. He would just go through the day on the chart. He'd be like, okay, this is what I was looking at market open. This was my daily bias. I was looking at this fair value gap. I was looking for this high or low to get swept. I was looking for this to get invalidated, or this is my drawn liquidity. So I started learning from him because there is free YouTube videos. So at this time, I still haven't joined Discord, anything. I'm about 3 months in. I was still just looking at the ES, but I was learning about liquidity sweeps, break of structure, fair value gaps, and I was just like observing price, which is what I recommend every single person do, is just observe price, learn, and take what you learn and watch live, because the strategy isn't what's going to make you good. It's going to be the live experience, right? And that just takes time, which really sucks for people to hear, but that's just the case. So fast forward, I was watching Justin for about a month, just watching his YouTube, because he doesn't post them anymore, and I feel like it's kind of a shame that he doesn't post it anymore. But he used to post his charting reviews that he would do with his Discord, maybe once or twice a week, maybe every day, I can't remember, but it felt like almost every day. And I would watch that hour-long video he would go through the entire day of what he saw, what he thought about in this moment, and he would give his ideas and stuff like that. And I was learning so quickly through just his YouTube. And at the time, I was like, I need to join one of these Discords and watch someone live trade, which I really do recommend if you're starting out and you don't have anyone to help you trading, to watch someone live trade, because there's someone that's good. Obviously, don't find a scammer, something like that. There's a lot of people in the space that aren't actually good at trading. But I learned a lot from Justin. So the reason why I have confidence, and look, I don't know Justin personally. I don't know if I don't have any proof that he's profitable, but the proof I had was watching his videos and physically learning how to read price action better and literally improving day by day. So I was like, look, I was choosing between him and TJR's Discord, and I was like, I think I'm going to go with Justin, because I think Tactical Traders is going to be a little bit, I'm going to learn a little bit more, and he kind of offer more stuff at the time, and I was just learning way more through his videos. So I joined. I was paying $60 a month at the time. I was paying $60 a month from around October, maybe a month before that. So I joined his Discord. September. September I joined his Discord for a whole month. And for a whole month, I'm still just looking at the charts every day. Now I'm watching him live trade, calling things out, telling me about what he sees. And I'm sitting there just taking it all in. Again, this is about, so if I start in middle June, so I had middle June, July, August, September. That's 3-4 months of just watching the chart, learning concepts. Eventually, I heard about people talking about funded challenges and stuff like that and getting funded. And I was like, I didn't really think I was at the point where I could make money. But I was profitable on demo because it's just so much easier to be profitable on demo. There's just no emotion. And I was like, you know what? I want to try and become funded, which, maybe I jumped in too soon, but I think it's a great tool to start practicing actually trading, because you're literally taking positions now. So I didn't even know about funded accounts at this time. This was 4 months in, and again, you've got to realize that now there's so much more information, I believe, in the trading space, or maybe I'm just blinded to it because I've been in the trading space for a year now, so that's all I really see and think about, so it seems a lot more easy. But again, when you're starting from scratch and you don't know anything, you don't know who to follow, you don't know what to learn, it's so overwhelming because you're learning a new language. You have no idea what you're doing, and you're just thrown in to try and figure out what's real, what's fake, because there's just so much fake. But it's like, okay, what's real, what's fake? So 4 months have gone by. But I'm getting better every single day. I'm loving the process, but I'm just like, okay, I'm looking for the next step. So people were talking about funded accounts in the Discord, just members in there. Justin would talk about it every once in a while, and people recommended Top Step. Again, I'm gonna try and get sponsored by Top Step eventually because I've been using them for a minute, and it would be cool if they gave me some type of. It would be cool eventually if I can get this channel to have some actual subscribers, which we're doing good with that. We have about 450. No, we have 440 right now, but we're doing good with getting the subscribers up. So hopefully, if I can keep pumping the numbers up, maybe Top Step will. Maybe I can send Top Step an email and they'll hook me up. But regardless, people just recommended Top Step at the time. And they seemed like the safest one, so I was like, cool, $50. I bought the 50K challenge, and I started my eval challenge. I just started doing the eval just like most people do, but I knew that I wasn't going to do well if I just traded big size, and I also was scared of losing the account because I didn't think I was profitable at the time, so I didn't want to trade like a full contract or 2 full contracts and just pass or fail my account in a week. I wanted the account to last, so I was trading 2 micros for a while. And it just went a long time of just blowing an account or having an account trade for a little bit, not really making anything because I'm trading 2 micros, have a loss, try and make a back spiral, lose the account the next day. But I didn't blow up every week. It was more of just like over the course of a month. Eventually I'd have a few days where I would just blow the account. So I did that for a while. That was about a year, or not a year. That was about probably from October to December, and December is when I started getting actually confident in what I was doing. October was just like, I don't even know what I'm looking for. I was still freaking scared to place trades, even on like a funded with 2 micros. Like I just didn't really have any confidence. I didn't really have an entry model, anything like that. Even through January, it was still just learning, and realistically, I was just 6 months in. So I was only 6 months into trading at that point, and you're still just learning, and I was in the Discord for another 2-3 months, January, February, March. I think March, the beginning of March, so the end of February, I was going to leave the Discord, but I hit the rebuild date. Already because I thought that was a week later, so I was like, cool, I'm gonna cancel it next week. I've gotten a lot of information out of this because it just kind of started being the same stuff, and I just didn't feel the need to be paying anymore for a Discord. And I also wanted to just work on not going into live streams to watch people trade, and I wanted to work on finding my own trades because I was getting to the point where I was just flipping from not being able to find trades and having to copy the guys I was watching live to, okay, I actually have confidence in what I'm taking a trade on, and I don't really even want to hear the noise of other people. And so I was doing 2 days trading in the live, 3 days trading by myself, and I used to be terrified to trade without the Discord open. And a lot of my first trade recordings, you can hear Justin in the background talking because I was just always sitting in a live stream watching people trade. But I knew long term I needed to break that habit. So I started doing 2 days in the live stream, 3 days off. And the 3 days a week I was trading without being in the live stream, it was just terrifying. Like I felt like, honestly, it was kind of lonely. Like I'm not even, like, I kind of felt like empty space. Like I was just sitting there quiet looking at the chart. And I didn't really know what to do because I didn't have someone constantly talking about what they saw. So I just didn't know if I was seeing the right things. But what was important was I was trade on my own, and I would go into the chart and review at night because he would go over the day and go over his trades and what he saw, and then I'd be like, okay, wait, I saw it like that too. Okay, and then you start building confidence through seeing things similarly to how he was. And those days that I felt scared to not be in the live started to be the opposite. I started to be more comfortable, or really comfortable trading by myself, looking for my trades and being confident in what I was doing. So then eventually, like I said, the end of February, I was ready to just probably cut the Discord because I wanted to kind of just take off the training wheels and really go for it and trust myself and really commit to actually going and getting it, right? So the rebuild hit, so I'm like, okay, cool, I'll just stay in the Discord for another month. But I knew I was leaving, so I was trying to get as much information and value as I could. End of March happens, and now I'm trading all right. But I was still having a lot of problems with holding my trades and a lot of problems with holding my trades and spiraling when I had bad losing days. So that's March, May, June. So we have 3 months left. So yeah, after March ended, I left the Discord, and now I'm just trading purely on my own. Middle of February though, so I need to backtrack 1 month. I started finding Dodgy and his inverse fair value gap model. I've only ever watched Dodgy's YouTube videos. I've never been in his Discord. I'm in his Discord to the freeze part because I'll look in and see his trade recaps. He'll post the trades he takes. It's kind of cool to see. But I've never joined his live stream trades. I've never paid for his mentorship, anything like that. But I do like Dodgy stuff. So those are the three guys. The only three people I ever really watched. I watched a handful of other videos just like anyone else. But TJR got me into the idea of trading. I learned all the basic like building blocks per se from his original boot camp and just watching his older content. And then I transitioned from TJR to Justin, and then I went from Justin to Dodgy for my entry model. So I took TJR for the basics, for the building blocks, liquidity sweep, for value gaps, just trading concepts like the intro to ICT, basically his boot camp. That's how I got into looking at the charts. And then I went from him to the next step, Justin, which was he was teaching about the draw and liquidity, market maker models, which are really, I'm really happy I learned from Justin because I learned a lot of how I read the market through that. But then I was still struggling to find entries on fair value gap taps and stuff like that. And then I found Dodgy's inverses for entries, so I can kind of combine all three of them. I'll take a lot of the same trades as Dodgy just because if there's a really good inverse fair value gap setup, chances are he is taking it, I'm taking it, right? Because inverse fair value gaps, I believe, are the easiest entry model for any type of ICT concepts. Bar none, it's the easiest confluence to get into because even if you're not in a good trade and it's not a great, if you're getting into a trade and you shouldn't be, a lot of times the inverse fair value gap works anyways just because of how powerful it is. But that's how I started finding Dodgies in February, and I started transitioning to taking those entries. And that's part of the reason I decided to leave the Discord is because I wasn't even trading how Justin was trading anymore, and I was really liking inverses, and I started doing a lot better trading inverse fair value gaps than I even was in the way Justin was. But I learned a lot about price structure, market maker models, stuff like that with Justin. But anyways, we keep going, and I am now just doing better on my funded accounts. So at the time, my best ever funded account was, I only had gotten the 50K, which again, the goal is $3,000 to get funded. The most I'd ever been positive on any funded account was $500 up until this point. Again, I was trading 2 micros because I was trying to build the skill. I didn't want to just over leverage and blow the account. So I was just focusing on the skill, but slowly getting better. And then eventually around this time I started switching to 5 micros, which is the size I currently use. It's a really good size. But eventually around April I hit $800, and I remember that was like a big moment because I was like, man, this is the first time I've hit 800 on the funded. I ended up blowing that account. But then the interesting part was I got back up to 800 way quicker than I ever did before. It took me like a week to get back up to 800. A week or 2 weeks on the new one, and I was like, wow. So even though I blew that last account, I bounced back a lot quicker, and I've been trading just a lot better. And that's when I started noticing the next shift in my trading to just getting a lot better, a lot more confident. Then I ended up blowing that account, and then the next month, May, was the first time, or in middle of April, I hit 1,000 for the first time. And somewhere on the channel, if you scroll back, there's a video of me hitting 1,000 for the first time. Right in the middle of April, from the middle of April to May, I took a job. I went door knocking through a friend. A lot of stuff happened with that. I'll maybe make a video about that at some point. I'm pretty sure I have a clause or something that I signed to where I can't really talk about what happened with the company. So that's kind of interesting. But I went out for 3 weeks. I moved, and I just had my laptop. I didn't have a lot of time to trade with the job. They they just didn't allow you to have that type of free time that I needed to trade, which was the reason I quit the job. I was making really good money. But I came back, and that was almost 3 weeks wasted. I came back. I was at my best before I moved. I was trading really good. I was thinking that this is going to be finally the account that I passed, and just didn't happen. I come back from that stint of just the 3 weeks when I was working, and I blow the account that was up $1,000, but I get another account, and I trade really well on it, get back to 1,000, blow it, and then now leads me to this current account that I'm on, where I got it up $1,900, trading 5 micros, and I'm just starting to feel where I'm very, very consistent. So that's a long story of my journey, but the whole point of the video is how much money have I made from 1 year of trading, and the answer is $0. So the reason why I didn't just start the video with saying I made $0 is not for any other reason than the fact that I wanted people to hear the step-by-step breakdown of the year, right? Because a year seems like a crazy amount of time to anyone that's maybe getting into trading, think about trading, something like that, and they think, man, a year. If they just heard I've been trading for a year and heard $0, they're probably going to instantly be like, no, I'm not doing that. But maybe, or someone that's on month 4, right? But I want to kind of illustrate the journey, and a year has been like nothing. It's flown by, and look, I'm a year closer to being profitable. If anyone keeps up the videos, you can just see the progress I'm making with trading. I know what I'm doing. It's just going to come down with some mental errors that I make. And look, no one can shortcut the process. If anyone's saying that they got profitable within a year, first of all, you need a year of profitability to really be profitable. You need a full year of just making money. You don't have to make money for a year to be profitable, I don't believe. But look, if someone says they're profitable within 6 months or whatever, maybe they are making money, but do they have the right habits that are going to create money long term? So again, I've made $0 and I've traded for an entire year. And that doesn't discourage me at all, because I still know 100% that I will be making money and I will be profitable trading. And the fact that it's been a year has been a great year. And anyone else that's a year in, 2 years in, 3 years in that hasn't made money, and if you know you're doing the right things and getting better, just keep going. But that's the year journey. That's what trading is. And again, some people might become profitable within 6 months, right? Just because I haven't made money in a year doesn't mean I won't make money in 2 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. Where you're at right now has no correlation to where you'll be if you just keep going, keep working. There's no timeline for this. There's no go to school for 4 years and you get a job. That's why trading is scary for people, is because there is no guarantees. I can't guarantee myself that I'll make money in a month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. I cannot guarantee anything. I can't guarantee you guys anything. I can't guarantee that you'll be as good as me at trading in a year. I can't guarantee that you won't be better. I can't guarantee that you won't be worse, whatever. I don't know how it will be for you or how hard you'll work in a year, but I am just showing my realistic journey of what has happened throughout a year. So 4 months of the 12, so 1/3 of my entire year of trading was just demo trading, looking at the chart and watching videos before I even started prop firms. That was 4 months. And then I had 5 months inside of Discord. So that's 9 months where I was demo trading and learning concepts, and then 5 months of just being in a Discord and still just learning. You don't need to be worried about making money. You're trying to learn a skill, right? If month 1 you make a payout, I know for a fact you don't have enough knowledge yet to be profitable. So yeah, you might have made money because you passed a firm challenge with big size, and then you hit a green streak and you made money, or you copied someone's trades. Cool, you made some money. But the longer you're in the game, the longer you realize that it isn't that simple. And just because someone's making money doesn't mean that they're profitable. Just because someone's making money doesn't mean they can keep making money. And you'll figure out really quickly what's sustainable, what's not sustainable. And my advice to anyone is just to take it slow, because you can always increase size trading, you can always make more money, but you can never go down. And what I mean by that is, if you get used to trading 2 full contracts, it's very, very hard to be like, okay, my emotions aren't good, I'm messing up a lot of trades, let me dial it back down to 1 micro. Because now you're so used to trading these big sizes and seeing these big fluctuations in your P&L that you can't imagine trading 1 micro, because it's just not enough for you. So take the process slow, take the journey slow, not your work rate. Watch videos, show up to the charting every day, right? I've sat at the chart every single day from 9 a.m. to at least 11:30 a.m. every single day since July. Every single day the market's been open, I've been at my desk, I've been watching the charts, and I've been actively trying to get better and watch the charts. I'm not just sitting there on my phone waiting for a signal. I'm actively getting better every single day. So, and that's the minimum amount of times. A lot of times I'll come back on a PM session. See, like, I am putting in work every single day. But what I mean by take it slow is not show up for an hour one day for a week and then start showing up for an hour and 10 minutes. Show up and do the hard work, but take it slow in terms of your expectations, right? There's no need to say you need a passive prop firm by X amount of days. There's no need to make money in X amount of days. Have a job, have some other plan that you can do while you're trading, and work on something else, and then wait till trading takes over, because you just can't rush trading. It's not like any business, right? The hardest thing for me with trading is if I lose, or even if I win, I'm so ready for the next day, right? Like, I'm used to, I grew up playing soccer, and I was really, really into it, and I would train all the time. And if I wanted to get better at soccer, I would just grab my soccer ball and my cleats, and I'd go in my backyard, or I'd go to the soccer field, and I would get some reps in. I would pass the ball, shoot the ball, dribble, stuff like that. I could get better whenever I wanted, right? Whereas in trading, yeah, you can backtest, but you cannot get live market experience unless it's 9 a.m. to 11. So if it's 1 p.m. and you're trying to get better at trading, tough luck. Maybe you can watch a video, maybe you can backtest, maybe you can review your day, but you're not going to get that live experience of placing trade until the next morning. And that's the hardest part about trading, and why you can't rush it, because all of the things that you need to learn in trading come with time, come with experience. I really do believe that I'm a lot better at trading than my results show. I do know I will be profitable within a year, which profitable is in like making decent money, not just getting a payout or two. I really do believe that this year, from July on, will be a great year. I'll pass my first funded. I believe I'll pass my first funded in July, and then I'll be working on getting more fundeds, and then eventually, once I get my fundeds, I'll start working on getting payouts. I do really, 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 truly believe I will be making money within this year, and I know how much better I've gotten at trading in this year. So the journey is really, really hard and long. It's a really pause, bro. That sounded crazy. Enjoy the journey, because it's not as bad as you think, right? A year ago, if I knew that I would be sitting here in a year and not made a single dollar, I would have never started. Because even though people say it might take you 2 years, 3 years to be profitable, everyone's naive, everyone thinks they're special, everyone thinks they're better than they are, and everyone starts with high confidence. I started with a lot of confidence, which is great because it got me this far, but what I would say is, anyone that's starting out, don't be afraid of how long something will take, because if it's really worth doing and you really enjoy doing it, you're going to show up and it's going to be easy. I show up every single day and I enjoy doing it. This is what I want to do, right? It makes me sad to think about quitting when I have a tough day. Sometimes it'll cross my mind about, should I be doing this? Should I do something else? Am I wasting my time? Am I being delusional? And really, the only way I can just back those feeling like it's a waste of time is just with the progress, seeing that it's possible. If it's possible for someone else, it's definitely possible for me. So that is kind of my journey for this whole year, and that's where I'm at. I've not made a single dollar from trading in one whole year, and that's just the reality. So I hope that maybe someone else that's been a year in relates to this, you know, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait to make this video in another year and just have unlimited results and just resume the show, and just the difference between this video and the video in a year will be crazy. And that's how you have to look at things, right? You can't look at it by day, because day by day you don't see anything. Because today you could have lost, tomorrow you could win, the next day you could lose. It's over the course of a month, over the course of a week, a month, a year, right? It's kind of like in the gym. When you show up into the gym, you don't notice anything day by day. But when you look at pictures from a month, 6 months ago, a year ago, you're like, wow, I've been getting stronger, I've been getting bigger. And it's just the same thing with trading. It's just the gains are going to come slowly. So I can't tell you what's going to happen next week, the next month, but I know for a fact in a year, this video will look drastically different. And I'm so excited to capture the journey, because I think I got on YouTube at a perfect time. Don't jump on just trying to do social media too quick with trading. If you think that you're going to start from the beginning from zero knowledge, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I do think you need to spend a little bit of time figuring out the game first before you start posting content, because I'm really confident in what I'm doing, so that comments won't shake me up. People tell me different strategies won't shake me up. I'm really, really confident in what I'm doing. I really believe in what I'm doing in terms of trading, in terms of my strategy, in terms of how good I've been getting, how much better I've been getting, my progress. I'm really, really confident. So I would say definitely be careful about trying to post from day one. Not saying that you shouldn't, but maybe just don't look at comments and learn for yourself. But yeah, I'm really happy with being able to capture this whole journey, because this is a great time where I have very little or have no results, but I'm showing the progress, showing up every day, working hard, and growing this YouTube channel just like I'm growing my trading skills. So I cannot wait to make this video in a year. And hopefully you guys, if anyone's new that's seen this video for the first time, definitely subscribe, because I do plan on, I want to do, so, like, seeing what TJR has been able to do with his platform is pretty cool. And I have a lot of different goals than what I would assume TJR has. But just guys like that in this space, like I said with the TikTok, I've always been interested in social media, and I definitely recommend following, because again, if this is the first video you've seen of me, I promise you're going to just see me taking levels and levels and levels, and I think it'll be really cool to see. You guys can be like, man, I remember seeing you not making a single dollar after a year, and then seeing you on a year and a half, 2 years, and then just killing it. Like, I promise I will be killing it. So definitely subscribe and see what's up, because a lot of big things to come in the future, and it's all just hope, positivity, and excitement. So I hope everyone that sees this video that has goals just decides to work hard and just be consistent, right? Just like anything, just consistency with the right intentions, with the right work rate. Consistency is all you need. And I want to prove that, right? With trading, with the YouTube channel, with social media, with anything, I'm going to physically prove that it's just consistency with proper intentions and hard work. So I really hope that everyone has a great day. Hopefully you guys maybe got inspired from this video, even though I didn't make a single dollar in a year, but hopefully it kind of painted a really good picture, and maybe this is the first time someone's seeing my channel. So that is all I have for you guys. That's my 1 year journey, I guess. So again, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Really big things to come. I cannot wait until I make this video in a year from now. I promise you guys are going to see some crazy stuff. So Peace out. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and 4th of July, because that's when this video is going live. Peace.